Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am scrapbooking in my December project. This is going to be story number 8. I mean, it's only December 19th, so, 8, 19, 8, and 9 are next to each other. It's fine. It's fine. I have no idea what I'm doing. I do know that I am going to be scrapbooking this Instax photo. This is of what is underneath of the Christmas tree in the dining room. So we have a flocked tree in the dining room that is decorated in white, black, and silver. And I have a gnome and a sign underneath of the tree on top of the tree skirt as decoration. Because when you have 9 Christmas trees in your home, you can't put presents under all 9 Christmas trees. Well, I mean, you can. They'll just be spread out like maniacs, and I don't go for that. So let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so I have decided to make this an acetate page. So this is going to be a transparency page. Now what I will do is ensure that what I do to the front is what I am going to do to the back. That way you won't see any funky things on the transparency. So I keep showing Lana the options. I'm like, do I want to go with the thicker one where it's more black and less see-through, or do I want to go with the more see-through and less black one? We ended up going with the scrolly one, and then I'm just going to use one of the pre-made pages that came in the album to mark where I need to put my holes. So I'm using my Crocodile to go ahead and get my holes in to the transparency, and now I'm going to start decorating. So I have this velvet ribbon, and this velvet ribbon has been in my stash for a good number of years. It is very bent from being folded up in the bag, but I am going to use my tape to go ahead and make sure that it sticks down and it will flatten out. So I am happy with the results of it. However, if it makes you nervous or upset, what you need to do is flatten it out ahead of time or use ribbon quicker than years being folded up in a little baggie. So I am using my Easy Tear tissue tape to go ahead and place down some adhesive so that I can get that velvet ribbon down. Now I will tell you I'm going to use the grid mat on my pink mat down here an awful lot to get things lined up. If that stresses you out and you want to go willy-nilly, then more power to you and you go for it. However, I just feel like I need the little bit of kind of structure going on down here. Now I'm looking at my finished page here, and I'm thinking I might need to add some sequins or enamel dots or something with a little bit of sparkle to it. Now I don't know if I am going to go ahead and add that now. Probably not. What I'll probably do is once the album is complete, go back and see if there's any little bits and bobs that I want to add. Or if I'm really close to using anything up and I can be like, oh, I got one tiny little Christmas tree sticker, I'm going to find a place for that. But I'm not too concerned with how things are going as it is. I mean, I'm on story 8 / day 8. I'm on 8. I'm on the number 8. I'm thinking I'm going to go all the way till December 31st this year. And that is because the album is a thicker album. I am using a Simple Stories album. They have that nice thick spine as opposed to the Echo Parks or this Vicky Bouton that I used last year. They have much thinner spines and it's harder to get more stuff in there. Right now I am not really paying attention to how thick or thin my pages are. I'm just kind of going for it. This would be the one album that I wouldn't want to spread one year over multiple volumes. In my regular scrapbooks, I could care less. I think one year I have like 11 scrapbooks for everything that we did that year. Like, that doesn't bother me whatsoever, but the thought of my December project spanning 2 albums gives me heart palpitations, you guys. And I have a hole in my heart, so I know what heart palpitations feel like. Anyway, I am dropping down the Instax photo over top of this black, gray, white, and red paper. And I am just looking at the other side because I cut down that plaid paper to be the same size of the Instax so that it could be on the opposite side. However, since I decided to mat my Instax photo, now I've got paper peeking out. Now, I was looking at that, and I think I'm totally okay with the paper peeking out on this other side because I can put this plaid part on there, and that's going to cover it up nicely. So I'm not really worried about that whatsoever. Now I take a peek and just make sure that that plaid works, and it does. So I'm going to set that off to the side. So obviously I'm going to have to do this tomorrow so I don't forget what the heck I was doing, because that is a real thing, you guys. I forget what I'm doing a lot of the times. I'm trying to decide which gnome flare I want to use. I was like, do I want the red, the green, or do I want the red and the green? So ultimately, I went with the red and the green. Now this is going to be a thick page in my album. Like, it is a thick page. I've got the flare, I've got the photo, I've got the ribbon, and I'm even going to put my number down on top of the flare, which I'm not convinced that it's going to stay there. I might move it. I haven't decided yet. I'm actually playing with it right now to see if there's some place I would rather have the number 8. I definitely am looking at it as I don't want this on the flare. I'm putting it on top of the Christmas tree. You'll see the Christmas tree at the end. So my photos are going to have that number 8 on top of the flare, but however, I have changed it. So the number has moved. I'm using these puffy stickers so that it says "and Merry Christmas." I'm using the fancy ampersand on the label, and then Christmas as the red puffy, and then the word Merry written out in cursive. Now, of course, I am going to add adhesive to these puffy stickers because otherwise they would pop off, because this is going to be an out of the page protector page. So I always add more adhesive, and then I will tell you on out of the page protector pages, I definitely go back before I put the album away and add more glue. Even more glue, because I am terrified that something is going to fall off. Which is weird, because I'm not worried about my album staying into perpetuity. But for some reason, like, just the thought of them falling apart while I have them and I'm looking at them and I'm using them makes me cringe, and I don't want that to happen. So while I'm enjoying them, I want them to stay stuck together. I don't care what happens after that, but for me, my own selfish scrapbooking reasons, I need that to happen. So now I am going to find a number, and at first I was going to go for a big glittery number 8. That doesn't work. I don't end up going for the glittery 8. I end up going for just a shiny gold 8. And like I said, there it is there on the gnome, but it moves over to the Christmas tree. Now I also switch out the Christmas tree. That first Christmas tree was super thick, and this paper and page is already a little bit thick, so I cut down the stem. I cut down the stem of the tree. Lordy. I cut down that trunk of the tree, and now my 8 is sitting on top of the tree. So there it is, you guys, a nice, quick, and easy page for my December project. Let me know in the comments below how you're doing on your December project, or if you like doing out of the page layouts, or if everything's in a protector. I just want to know all the things. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you again real soon for another video.